Welcome to my next video. This one is on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and today, all going well, I will be flying the BF109 Gustav, which is in shot now, here at the Duxford airfield in the UK. And I have also added the airshow add-on, hence why all these people are here standing watching me. So there's some other nice things that are added on into the Duxford airshow, and that's a few static warbirds over there, British warbirds, looks like some Hurricanes and Spitfires. But today we'll be focusing on the 109. Now, first thing is the model, absolutely lovely. Many of you who are watching this, and maybe none of you who are watching this have seen this, but those of you who are familiar with this particular module for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, you'll know it's absolutely lovely. But let's jump in the cockpit, and let's go to find the button here. There we are. So we're in the cockpit. Now, I've played some of my videos are from DCS, and whilst familiar to the cockpit layout of the DCS K4, the K model, this one is, I've got to say it, a lot nicer. It's really, really nice, but it was made relatively recently, whereas the DCS BF109 K4, I believe, is quite a few years old now. So this is what happens, I suppose. But this one is really, really, really nice. And we'll go through it now. We'll go through the startup and see if we can get the engine going, and then taxi out and do a bit of a flight. Nothing too fancy, nothing over the top today. Just a bit of a test video, just to see how a Microsoft Flight Simulator video works, because I've had to tinker a bit with the VR recording parameters, I suppose. So hopefully it goes well, and this one will make it to upload. So first thing is we just have a look around the cockpit, look at a few things, make sure I've got the correct oh no, I don't have the correct controls set, so I just need to, you have different controls in Microsoft Flight Simulator depending, or different key bindings depending on which one. So this is my 109 for the throttle quadrant. Go back, resume, back in. So now, oh, there we go. Yep. Yeah, all of a sudden my flaps are doing things, so I know that that's set there. My trim. So we'll set the trim to about +1. The flaps, make sure they work okay. Bring them down to 20 degrees or so. Yep, that looks good. Make sure that the stick, all the surfaces, all of the controls are working. Yep, that looks like they're all working fine. We'll set this to open for when it starts up. We'll open the cover there. And so I've got the little information's things popping up, telling me what they are, but not necessary. We'll check the landing gear. Landing gear is set to down. Put the magneto up. We'll do that now before we forget. Primer pump. We'll prime it a few times. Ready. Get some of these circuit breakers in. Fuel pump. Bring the fuel pump all the way forward. Throttle open an inch or so. What are we forgetting? We'll go to manual prop pitch control. Oh, okay, that's good. It's sitting on 12 o'clock. Okay, so I think we've got mostly everything in place now to start the engine. So we'll put the brakes on and start the... Oh, battery. There we go. Battery's on now. Everything's going now. We'll run the start up. It's about 20 seconds or so, but because we've got the little label here, that'll tell us when it's ready. Should be about 17,000 RPM. There we go. Pull the starter, and she's away. Lovely. It's a nice loud engine, the DB605. Bring it up a little. Now we can put the rest of the circuit breakers in, so everything else will come alive. Now we just check the gauges. Fuel is full. The fuel pressure, oil pressure are up. That's good. That's good. Page that for now. We've got a bit of plug fouling. One thing I did not check is the condition of my... Now I cannot fix that while the engine's running, so... Well, let me just stop that. And fix various parts of my plane, the gear, and the spark plugs. Last time I landed, this is my little workshop here, I wrecked the gear. So hopefully we should be able to get this started up again pretty quickly. Can't do repairs on the plane while the prop is spinning, which makes a fairly considerable amount of sense. Glad I remembered that though. Oops. Okay, we're back in. Glad I remember that because last time I forgot to do that. When I took off, my gear wouldn't retract because they were ruined. Okay. We don't need the oxygen today. We're not going to be flying very high. Now we'll throttle up. What I would like to do is test the magnetos at a high RPM. So ensuring we've got the brakes down, we'll bring the RPM up to about 2300. They're all running fine. Bring it back down. Check all the fuel. Pumps are working okay. Yep, they're working okay. How about we close the canopy? It's a bit loud in here. There we go. Clear the plugs. They're not doing too bad. Okie dokie. So, what we will do is we will do a request to taxi. Tune to ground. Request taxi straight out. Move that out of the way over there. Okay, runway 24R. Okie dokie. Acknowledge. Alright, so we're quite close to that runway, so we don't have to go too far. Tail wheel is unlocked. Now let's commence taxi. It turns left easily enough, but turning right is tricky. Okay, not doing too bad. We are able to turn right here, which is good. Now I've got many hours in DCS flying this thing, the 109, and I've got to say, it's a new challenge here for the Microsoft Flight Simulator model. It's a new challenge for this one, especially the landing. Yeah. Okay, we're clear to take off. Temperature's okay. Acknowledge clearance.
Takeoff runway 24 right, Messerschmitt 01.
Okay. Just checking a few things there. Again, it's really wanting to drift left, so I am fighting that with heavy right rudder and right brake. Here we go. Lining up runway 24. Okay, holding steady here. Slam the brakes on, there we go. Now we'll do last few checks. Lock the tail wheel, check the flaps. We'll set the radiator shutter to automatic. I am going to go to auto governor for the prop pitch control. And I think that's about it. Check switches. Stick far right back and to the right. Rudder full right, off the brakes. A little bit of right toe brake just to straighten back up again. Okay, accelerating, checking the speed. 100. Oh, and there you go. See, there's that reason why you pull the far on the right on the stick, because it really yanks you to the left. Gear up. But remarkably, flaps up, we did not scratch the ground. So that's good. That is good. I'll uncage the horizon. Now while we're just doing a bit of a climb here, I will clear the plugs. There we go. Okay, we're up. So we'll just do a few flybys over the airfield. Just reset my position here. Don't really push it too hard. Sit around 1.2 ETA. Get that cursor out of the way. Now, where are you? Where is my airfield? Ah, there it is. I found it. Already, I mean, we're up to 500 kph. I did see Duxford, but I lost it again. Oh, there it is. Okay. Good. want to adjust the trim slightly back up again. Alright, so we do a flyby of the airfield. Push the engine a bit. There we go. Pull up. Alright, gotta do the frequency change.
Tower message bit Alpha Romeo
It's
Sierra
fine.
Echo 01 frequency change.
And we just cut back around. Flying beautifully. Now we do have MW50 in this as well, which is quite nice. So if I kick that in, as you can see here, pushes everything up. Squirts the methanol water mixture. Which gives a nice boost. Living there right next to Duxford, that'd be nice. It's happening all the time. These warbirds flying around, great. Fly over, wreck over people. Alright, now let's see if we can bring it in for a landing. Left.
Fly right traffic runway 2 left message bit 0.
Fly right, they say. Okay. Alright, so we just come back around this way. Now this is where everyone needs to manage their expectations on my landing, because I have been having quite a bit of difficulty landing this thing. Like I say, I can do quite a smooth landings in DCS, but this one, for some reason, yeah, I just can't quite get the hang of it. Ease off.
Clear to land runway 24 left, Messerschmitt 01.
Flaps down a little. Once I get up to 300, I'll put the gear down. Nose up, trim. Flaps all the way. Try and maintain here at least sort of between 2 to 250, low 200s. The objective being to land at a bit under 200, maybe 170, 180. Very tricky because I've got a great big nose in the way. The angle that I'm coming in at here, I cannot see too much of the runway at all, but that's fine. Just come in at a bit of an angle, and then there'll be a little bit of hoping for the best. 24 is the heading, so we're lined up on 24 on the compass, which is good. Sitting up in the seat now, a little bit fast, still at 200. But we'll drop speed pretty quick as we get there. Trim up a little. Okay, we're quite lined up, I think. Okay, this is where we just hold our breath and hope for the best. Cut back on the throttle. Okay, that was not as bad as many that I've done. It's still a little bouncy. Pull back on the stick, on the brake. Certainly done a lot worse. We'll see what the damage says to my gear when we were to get into parking, but that wasn't too bad. I've had times where I've tilted over. Drag the wing on the ground. Plugs aren't too bad. Okay, let's open up the canopy and listen to more of that beautiful engine. Open the radiator, full open. Okay, acknowledge ground handoff.
122.08 Messerschmitt 0. Goodbye.
This is where we have the difficulty in turning right once again, thank you. Okay, we're around. Once we straighten up here, I am going to lock the tail wheel. prop pitch back to manual and 12 o'clock. Trying to do a few things at the same time here. Try not to run over all the people. Do is we'll try and bring it into the oh, there's a bus. We'll try and bring it into the through some gates. Oh, now I'm having difficulty turning it left. Normally that's not a hard thing to do. Ah, because I've got the tail wheel lock on, that's why. Okay, so the gates are open. That's why I couldn't turn left. Random people standing around. Now what we'll do is we'll bring it in over here. Very kindly open the doors for us. Tuck her in here, nice and gently. We don't need that anymore. Clear the plugs. Okay, so we'll just ease off and engine stop. And here we are. Marvelous. So what we'll do is we'll now switch off the various things, switch off the fuel pump. Here we are. We'll switch off. What else do we want to switch off? We've got that, we've got that, we've got that. Well, we can switch these off now here at the all circuit breakers. Jump back in. Just a thing of Microsoft Flight Sim. It always drops you straight back out as soon as you switch off. But anyway, there we are. Now let's have a look and see what the state of our gear is. Oh! Still in mint condition, which is great. So I treated it well that flight. Didn't damage anything. As you can see, last time it was completely destroyed. But this time I landed without breaking it. So, yeah, thanks. I hope you enjoyed that video of the BF109, the Gustav, the G. And with any luck, I'll get some other videos done of other aircraft. I got the JU-52 the other day, which is rather nice. But been having some fun in the other aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator recently as well. So, we'll leave it there. thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you next time.